where pretend people should send their kids to school, brought to you by NYCSchoolSecrets.com. Episode 6. We know what you're thinking. This show is called Fictional Families, Real NYC Schools. And Colin Jost is a real person. But is he? Is he really? Isn't the person he plays on Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update a character who also happens to be named Colin Jost? And happens to be married to Scarlett Johansson, and happens to have a son named Cosmo, born August of 2021, which means it's time for Cosmo to go to kindergarten. Where should the pretend Cosmo, who is the son of pretend Colin and Scarlett, go then? To start with, Scarlett is Jewish. So she may want a Jewish school like Rodef Shalom or Heschel or Beit Rabban, which are all open to students with only one Jewish parent. But Colin is Catholic, so that may not work for him. We know that education is extremely important to him. As a teen, he commuted 90 minutes each way from his home on Staten Island to Regis High School, a tuition-free Jesuit high school on the east side of Manhattan. Regis is also an all-boys school. NYC's all-boys schools are some of the most academically rigorous. If Colin and Scarlett want a kindergarten through 12th grade school, then there's collegiate and Browning. But if Colin hopes to send Cosmo to Regis eventually, then he might be better off with a kindergarten through 8th grade school. St. David's is Catholic, but that may not work for Scarlett. If Cosmo is super athletic, then Buckley would be a good choice. But if Cosmo is like his parents, more of a writer, an artist, a thinker, then St. Bernard's would fit the bill. They're famous for liking the quirky boy, and we can't imagine that the pretend son of the pretend Colin and Scarlett isn't that. For more about your school options, visit NYCSchoolSecrets.com.